happy Tuesday. Welcome to your morning manna, your daily dose of dough. Get your coffee ready and we'll get right into our study. Well, again, we are just kind of scrolling through 1 Thessalonians. We're going to pick up in verse 15 today where it says this. According to the Lord's will, we tell you that we who are still alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. After that, we who are still alive and are left will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will be with the Lord forever. Therefore, encourage one another with these words. Now, kind of a lot going on here. You were seeing a reference of something that we call the rapture. There are other references to the rapture that precede this, but this talks about it quite a bit, and so we should talk about it as this notion that when the Lord returns, we, those who are believers, will be called up and swept up and taken into heaven, and those who are not are left behind. Then there seems to be some question about there's like this follow-up, kind of a finishing with what we talked about yesterday, with the resurrection of the dead in Christ, and so that seemed apparently we can base the notion that there seemed to be some controversy with how this was going to play out in the church there at Thessalonica. And Paul's really kind of addressing that. And he's talking about, guys, don't worry about that. It's really what he's saying. He's saying, Timothy's telling me, I'm speculating here. Timothy's telling me that you guys are really focused on this, that this is a big deal for you. And I'm telling you not to worry about it. Don't worry about if the dead are going to go first or if we're going to come second or if we're all coming together. The point is, there is this eternal unity at the end between Christ and his church. And so because of that, you don't have to worry about, are the dead going to be raised? Are they going to go first? Are we going to go with them? When Christ comes and we hear the voice of the archangel and the trumpet, what then? What does that mean for us? And we kind of get the sense of uneasiness or maybe some panic settling in. And you have to, again, factor in where these Thessalonians are coming from. Most of these people were pagan worshipers, and they had their own Greek gods who had their own concepts of death. And so this idea of a second coming is totally unique to them. And so it makes sense to me why they would be a little bit trepidatious or anxious about what this was going to be like and wanting some details. When they're hearing, for the first time, hey, the Lord's coming again, and he's coming to take all of those who are believers with him, and you're a believer, you're thinking, okay, that's a big deal. I need to be ready. And what about my family who died and went before me? What happens then? Are we going to go together? Are they going to go first? So there's like a bunch of kids who just don't understand, and they're looking for clarity. And Paul's saying to them, guys, listen, it's not about understanding. The only thing you really need to grasp in this is that in the end, we're all going to be united through Christ as his bride. And that's really the guts of what this portion of this chapter is saying. How does it apply to a devotional life? Guys, there's a lot of things to worry about in the world today. Some of us are without work. Some of us have bills to pay. Some of us have kids that we worry about, family members that are going through hard times and struggles, family members who aren't believers. And it's really easy to become anxious about those things and to worry about the nuance of detail. Sometimes we might find ourselves wondering, if you're me, on a Saturday night, I have no idea what I'm preaching tomorrow. The Lord hasn't revealed that to me. And then I get here bright and early Sunday morning and the Lord's got a good word. That doesn't happen a lot, praise his name. But sometimes it happens, and it's easy to get caught up in worry. Don't worry. We have these things to encourage us. And if you notice how he ends that verse, he says, because of these things, encourage each other. So stop worrying. Trust God to provide everything that you need and find a way to encourage somebody. When you go out and bless somebody else and encourage somebody, something good seems to happen to you. And so that's what I want to leave you with. So as always, guys, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you can be made aware every time we put out a new video. And we'll see you tomorrow.